I'ma mask up and take it. Mask up and take it. Mask up and take it. Mask up.
What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? AJ Good here at the House of Masks, the only mask channel that... Oh, hang on just one second. Hello? Oh, hey, Doc. Yeah, how's it going? You do? Bad news. I have a bad case of the herbies? Oh my god. Well, thanks for calling me. I gotta call Kate. Yep, thanks. Bye. Well, that's not how I expected this video to go. I just found out I have herbies, and I'm not really sure what to do. I guess we could take a look at them.
Here, look at that. Oh, look at that.
Herpes jokes. So in today's video, we are unboxing a Herbie from a fan. He actually hit me up on Instagram, said that he found this, and we striked up a deal. Now I have it here, and I'm pretty excited for this one. So we'll go ahead and take a look at my case of Herbies. More of a box than a case, but you get the idea. Let's see what we've got. Very, very well packaged here, and there he is. I'll go ahead and pull him out, set this to the side, and let you get a look at him. Now, obviously there's something different about this Herbie. I do have two other versions of this Herbie, but this one is special because this is the oldest Fresh Death that I have. One of my other copies is a vintage copy, but it's a later run, and this one is definitely a first run. You can tell by the hair, it's a super dead giveaway, and I'll show the other one off next to this one later, just to give you guys a better idea of it. This one also seems to be a little thinner in the face. As you can see, everything's pretty thin there, and I think that's just because it's been sitting like this with maybe some other stuff on top of it. Not a big deal. Obviously, I can reshape this thing and get him back to normal. And other than that, he looks pretty good. There's just some spotty paint work. It just looks like it's starting to crack and shrivel, which is completely fine because this is a very old piece. And Buckethead used and abused the shit out of his, so I can guarantee that even in this state, his was in worse shape than mine. Now, for anybody that is unfamiliar with what a Herbie is a series of puppets that Buckethead uses to communicate to his audience or to interviewers or what have you. Pretty much anytime there is speaking in a Buckethead song or Buckethead has to do some sort of press where there is speech incorporated, he will use a Herbie.
There's lots of ways to get from the bottom to the top. It's kind of like digging a hole.
Now, the real Herbie, and I think everybody's favorite Herbie, is this Distortions Unlimited zombie beheaded illusion prop, but I think Herbie's most used, or at least second most used, is the Distortions Unlimited Fresh Death, which is this. Just getting fucking Herbie foam everywhere. And I honestly wasn't too crazy about this when I first discovered Buckethead. I very much preferred the old school zombie Herbie, but this thing has definitely grown on me, especially in its later years once he ripped the hair out and painted eyes on. It just got a real weird fucking look. Did not look real at all, but it also was very eerie. It's just creepy and discombobulated and disembodied. It's a very Buckethead thing. So in today's video, not only are we going to be unboxing this one, but I'm actually going to show all three of my Herbie versions off together right after I paint eyes on my second vintage copy, which is the newer one. The later one, not this one. This is going to be staying original because it is the oldest and this is the same exact style that Buckethead had. So yeah, I'm going to be painting eyes on the second one and then showing all three versions off together. Technically there's four versions because there was glue on the bald head version at one point, little glue strips where there used to be hair glued on, but it's not there anymore, and honestly I think it kind of looks silly. It just kind of looks like a 3-year-old painted blood on the top of the head, so I won't be doing that version, but I will be grabbing the other ones, showing all three of those off together, and calling it a full Fresh Death Herbie set. So give me just a second, we'll set this guy to the side, pull out the other copy, and put those eyes on real quick, and then I'll get into the set.
A few moments later.
So here are both my vintage copies together. Clearly this one looks a lot different than this one. Obviously it's the same sculpt, but this one is overfilled and hasn't been squashed, and clearly the hair is a lot different. So I don't mind painting this one and just having it be the painted on eye version. Obviously we will keep the hair there, and that'll be that, but I did just want to show these off before I did anything to either of them because like I said, I will be painting the eyes onto this one, and I'm going to try to reshape this one as well as possible. And I just figured you guys would like a shot of them side by side before anything was done, because clearly you will see a side-by-side of them when everything is finished. With that being said, so So using our reference photos here, we are going to go ahead and quickly but carefully paint on the eyes. And it's very basic because this looks like an afterthought that Buckethead just added sometime after having the prop, and literally just looks like he threw on some very sloppy eye shapes and some black pupils. So that is what we are going to be doing. Alright, so here we have all three versions. These are the only three that I'm going to be having in my set. Maybe one day if I get really bored, I'll buy two of these knockoffs and I'll do the glue head version and this really weird like fade version. It just looks like he walked out of a barbershop in the hood, Herbie from the Hood. But yeah, it's cool to finally see all these guys together, all these different versions. I'm really surprised that no one has done this yet, because obviously there are some other big Buckethead collectors out there, and these knockoff Herbies just started popping up once I posted the video of me converting this, so I figured that there would definitely be somebody out there that had the full set, but nonetheless, we have it here now, and I am stoked to see them all together. The one I got today is absolutely beautiful, especially for the price that I paid for it, and for as old as it is. I know that there's some cracked paint and stuff, but it really doesn't bother me, especially once it's sitting on a shelf. You can't even tell. The only way that you can see all that is by sitting right up on it, and it's still barely noticeable, so I'm cool with that, especially for the price that I paid. And I started to stuff it there. I don't know if you guys can tell or not, but it's definitely a more rounder shape there. We've got the eyes painted on this guy. This is my second vintage copy, and like I said, it's not nearly as old as this one. This is obviously a first run copy, and that's why I kept this one alone, and I didn't mind painting the eyeballs onto this one, because while it is an older piece, it's not the same exact one that Buckethead had unconverted, so I definitely wanted to leave this one alone. So we have the haired-eyed version here. Both of these versions were definitely used a lot more when he was doing like Colonel Claypool's Bucket of Bernie Brains, stuff like that. And then the modern touring version, which was replaced not too long ago with this guy, was the first version of Herbie that I ever saw live. It was the bald version with the eyes painted on still. So yeah, sentimental little pieces here. And not only are they Buckethead stuff, but they are distortions. At least these two are. This is a knockoff that was recasted by some other company. But was still a fun project. So yeah, distortions, Buckethead, you can't go wrong. Stoked on this guy. Glad to see all these guys together. And I think that's pretty much going to do it for this video. As always, I'm going to leave you guys with some close-ups, especially of this guy since he's the one that we unboxed. But I will have all of them together in some of these shots. And that'll be that. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching. Say no to drugs and alcohol, and until next time, we will see you later.